He said that was the right decision, guys. This car will be good in the race tomorrow.
Marty started 22nd. He's up to 16th.
That's another car. Best car he's ever had here, right?
Yep, exactly right. Now let's see if we can find the current championship leader. Wow.
Oh, Tony making that crossover move on Robbie Gordon.
Yeah. He got around Kenseth, now inside of Robbie Gordon in the 7.
Robbie Gordon's car, that 7 car looks like it's a little bit loose right now, especially getting in down into the corner. Thing wants to spin out when he tugs on the wheel.
Here's Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car, trying to march his way forward. So last time by, he was running in the 35th position.
Dave on Jimmy.
And remember last year, guys, they had a car that they could not get right. Played with it all day long, could not get it to work well here at Indy. It finally succumbed to engine failure late in the race. This year, they've loved this car, but they never got a chance to display that in qualifying because of what Matt and Jimmy talked about in the pre-race show. They're displaying it now, and Jimmy's moving forward.
A long way to go, but a long time to get there for Johnson, the championship leader in that 48 car.
See the mile per hour there? You see close to 200 miles per hour going down into turn 1.
And bad news for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He's lost some spots. He started 27th, and he's back to the 32nd position. Right in front of Jimmy Johnson.
Word that NASCAR has talked to the 20 team about their driver maybe being a little too aggressive here in the early laps of the Brickyard race, the Allstate 400.
Kurt Busch, the 97 car, on the inside of Junior, trying to take a spot away.
Junior didn't exactly sound very optimistic. Yeah. Bank of America countdown to green, did he?
No, he didn't.
Junior said earlier this weekend, this is a crucial race. This could decide their fate on making the chase. They expect to run well when we go to Watkins Glen. This was the one question mark. A brand new race car in the Dale Earnhardt stable. Good things.
Well, he's losing some spots right now, Matt, so I think they need to adjust on that chassis. Jimmy Johnson just went by, and he's got Rusty Wallace in the 2 car all over the rear bumper.
That 2 car of Rusty Wallace, a backup car, crashed here yesterday, was the last car in the qualifying order. Crashed in turn 1. Got a car off the truck, no laps, but Dave, so far so good.
And Rusty was quoted as saying, you know, this is the car I really wish we had raced anyway. I guess that's what you say after you wreck your car in qualifying. But this is not the car that they tested here. So they've been all over with cars here. The car they tested, Larry Carter told me, was not that good. He's a crew chief. He should know. So they brought 2 cars that they thought would be a lot better. Yesterday's was okay. Rusty really likes this one.
That's a great shot right there, isn't it?
Sure is.
Down at turn 1, you got to be right down on the bottom of these corners when you get in, and all the way up against the wall, so you get a good arc into the next corner.
Is the 8 holding him up, you think?
Yeah, the 8 is holding him up, but this is a very difficult place to pass. But it looks like Rusty will get a run on him. If he gets on the inside of him up here in turn 3, it'll be his corner.
Wallace in the 2, Earnhardt in the 8.
And that's Bill Elliott on the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. now in the yellow car, a former winner here at the Brickyard.
Driving for Ray Everham. Stanley Tools is the sponsor.
Junior just doesn't look like he can really get the car turned down. It looks like he's just got his hands full. Goes Kyle Petty in the 45. Secretary Labonte, 44.
Yep, sure is. And that pushes Earnhardt Jr. back to 39th that time across the line. Carl Edwards in the 99 just in front of him.
Carl Edwards, another driver with a backup car.
So that's back in the pack, but at the front of the field is Elliott Sadler. Outstanding qualifying run here Saturday afternoon. And Sadler down the front stretch, completing another lap. He has led them all so far in the Allstate 400 at the Brickyard. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. Elliott Sadler started on the pole, was excited all weekend about his car. He is fast and out front. Let's take you through the field, starting with Alan Bester.
Well, Bill, I talked with Elliott Sadler just before driver introductions today. I asked him, what would your idea of a good day be? He said, well, very simple. Lead every lap, win the race, and plant a big old kiss on that yard of bricks. So far, so good. Marty?
Oddly enough, Alan, same exact goal for Jeremy Mayfield, who started second running second. Hasn't said a word on the radio. This team also not only trying to win the Brickyard, but trying to make the chase for the Nextel Cup. That is their focus. Alan?
Well, Brian Vickers running third now. He started the race back in 5th position. Very strong car underneath Vickers. Vickers has never won a NASCAR Nextel Cup Series race. He told me before the race, can you think of any better place to get your first win than Indianapolis? Marty?
Alan, now that Casey Kane has gotten a little clean air, his car is running much better. He is starting to catch Brian Vickers. Earlier in the race, he said the car was extremely tight getting into the corners. He just radioed to Ray Evernham and Tommy Baldwin, said that is actually getting a little bit better. Car coming to him, Alan.
Well, Michael Waltrip is having a solid top 5 run so far. Michael started the race in 3rd position, dropped back a couple spots. No big concerns on their car. This is a car that they wrecked at Pocono in the last race. Spent a couple of late nights getting it back in shape, but they wanted to run it here. Jeff Gordon looking for his 5th Indianapolis Motor Speedway win. His crew chief Robbie Loomis telling me before the race, no pre-designed plan as far as their race strategy is concerned. They're going to see how the day unfolds, but they expect to be in the hunt by the end. Matt?
Ricky Rudd, who won here in 1997, runs back in the 7th position, trying to become the 17th different driver to win for the legendary Wood brothers. Says the car is good, but Alan, he says it needs more grip.
Well, Ken Schrader had a great qualifying run, 11th fastest in time trials. He's moved up 3 spots to 8th. Kenny told me just before he climbed in his car, he really felt like they had a good machine. And they were going to go after it for all 400 miles and see if they could pull off the upset. Matt?
Mark Martin trying to get Jack Roush his first Brickyard 400 victory. Just riding along back in the 9th position, just settling in. Says the car is good, just a tick on the tight side, but good, Alan.
Well, Kyle Busch is running in the 10th position now. This is Kyle's first ever trip to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Intimidated? Not in the least. Definitely, though, understands the history and tradition and would love to go to victory lane for the first time here today. Matt?
1 year ago, the month of August and the first part of September, knocked Kevin Harvick out of the chase, hoping to bounce back in. He's only 73 markers out of 10th. He's won here before. A good race car. He was hoping for a hot, slippery day. That's exactly what he's got. He's riding at 11th, Marty.
Matt, the day is a little too warm for Joe Nemechek. His water temperature is a concern now, about 15 degrees warmer than they would like. Car is just a little bit tight, but the water temperature is a little bit of a concern. Matt Kenseth, however, car is excellent. He just radioed to Robbie Reiser about 4 laps ago, said it's a little bit tight, Robbie, but I like it. And when we're in clean air, and he's got a little bit of it right now, the car very good. Tony Stewart continues to come to the front, 22nd to 14th. Hadn't said a word on the radio, and obviously the hottest guy in the series, having won 3 of the last 6 races, but this is the one he wants. Alan?
Well, Martin Truex Jr., the NASCAR Busch Series champion from last year, won his 6th race of the season last night at the short track across town, Indianapolis Raceway Park. They got out of there, the crew did, about 3 in the morning after the post-race teardown inspection. Back here early this morning, Martin concerned that he's dragging the left front fender on the car when he's crossing the turns. Crew chief Kevin Mannion says we'll fix it on the first stop.
Thanks, guys. Truex runs 15th last time by. Mike Bliss was 16th, followed by Greg Biffle, Ryan Newman, Jamie McMurray, and Jeff Burton. Elliott Sadler continues to lead. Robbie Gordon, Bobby Hamilton Jr., and Travis Kvapil have been warned by NASCAR to pick up their speed. Matt.
Coming down the front stretch, Bill, you could hear some issue with the motor on the 16 of Greg Biffle. He just yelled on the radio, I've gone to the backup distributor. Everything appears to be okay. 3rd in the championship standings. He was putting on a demonstration on getting to the front. Started near the back, worked his way inside the top 20 quickly. He says the car is okay now.
Yeah, we heard that. Yeah, we heard that. We wondered who. Now everyone on the front stretch, all the stands, all the fans stood up to see what had happened.
So did you guys.
Yes.
On board with Biffle.
He's worked his way up from 31st to the 17th position. So he has a good race car.
It's driving beautiful, buddy. Being a little hard on the brakes. I'm trying to ease off them. Just because this security blanket's a little loose, that's why I tightened up probably.
Been a little hard on the brakes, he said.
A little hard on his heart, it sounds like, too. So Biffle appears to be okay for now. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll try and keep an eye on Elliott Sadler. But you got to look quick. That 38 M&M's Ford is pretty darn fast. Elliott Sadler leads Mayfield, Vickers, Kane, and Gordon.